Good evening, everybody. I just want to say a very special thank you to all the people out there who've sent messages to me via social media, sent me text messages, personal messages, wishing me all the very best with my colonoscopy, which was earlier today. I even had one from a good friend of mine, the local undertaker, wishing me all the very best as well. Thankfully, everything is okay. But I just want to raise a few little concerns with everybody as well, just to make everybody a bit more aware about certain things, not just regarding me, but just in general. And that's just the fact we should never ever be afraid of looking out in a situation, whereas if you notice a small lump or if sometimes you notice a little bit of bleeding, these things quite often can be absolutely nothing whatsoever to worry about, and we must always make sure that we contact our doctors, and that's exactly what I did in my situation. Something had been going on for a few months and I thought it was hemorrhoids, so I got in contact with my local doctor, Dr. Taylor at Fairfax Group Practice in Prestwich, and I just used the Ask My GP system, which is absolutely fantastic. Within no time he gave me a call and said to me, would you like me just to have a look? And this was on New Year's Eve. I said, yes, if you don't mind. I said, just as like peace of mind. What Dr. Taylor very kindly did, as well as giving an examination, he said to me, he said, come in for some blood tests and also for some stool samples, which I did the following week. And I got a phone call to say, want to send this off or do some more examination because of the blood. So that's completely fine. And within 2 weeks from that date, I had the phone call from a specialist who then said to me, let's do a colonoscopy. So within the space of 4 weeks from that phone call, I've had the colonoscopy. They've found a series of polyps, which are absolutely normal, unless they start to get very, very big. That's why they want me to just go again next year, just to be completely on the safe side. These will then be taken off. They said they're all benign, sent off to the laboratory, and I will get those results in 2 weeks. But all of these things are all absolutely nothing whatsoever at all to worry about. So my big message to everybody out there is, if you have something, just get in contact with your local doctor online, or even speak to someone to try and get some peace of mind, and you do not need to start worrying at all. I have worried, there's no ifs or buts about that, but it's thanks to the great friendship of support from family, really good friends out there who've all sent me special messages and said to me, you'll be okay and all that kind of stuff, and we're all thinking about you, and that is what it's all about. And what I just want to do now by raising awareness of this, and this is not for some big gloat of myself, I just want to just remind people that despite everything else that's going on at the moment with COVID and all kinds of other stuff that's going on around us, you can still contact your doctor. Those doctors and nurses that work extremely hard, they're working even harder now, dealing with everything else as well as the pandemic. So they are out there. Get in contact with them. They will help you. Nobody is wasting any time. It's always better to get in contact with somebody than not do so. And different ones have asked me about how the procedure itself went. It was a bit painful, but the fact is, to go through what I did over 24 hours is absolutely nothing compared to not doing anything at all. So let's all just remind each other, just helping one another during all the various different times, whether it's good times or bad times. Everything turns into a good time. And we are also aware about the fact that sometimes it's not always good news for everybody as well. So that is why we need to make sure we raise awareness to make sure that everybody does their own personal checks, gets in contact with doctor, gets in contact with all the relevant people, and get things done. So let's end tonight with, as I live each day, may I do my part to make one difference, to touch one heart. And through each day, may it be my goal to encourage one mind and inspire one soul. Thank you to everyone as well that's all been following me on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and just do a search on there for Ben Shatliff Online. please subscribe, because the more hits we get on there, we can try and do more stuff as well. But also, please let me know the kind of things that you want to hear about, because I don't just want to be talking about COVID and different personal experiences like this. I do want to try and do stuff for like humour, and also to maybe do some specific reports and even some specific live events, just to go into discussions about various different stuff. We've got Lent coming up, of course, which starts a week on Wednesday, so we'll be going back on my diet as well. I do want to lose a lot of weight and get myself fitting into a whole variety of various different things. And of course, we're getting the lighter nights coming now, although I'm obviously recording this when it is dark. But there's so much various different stuff that we can all do on these online facilities. So please let me know what you think. You can either let me know personally by face-to-face or from a distance, or drop me an email, inquiries@benjaminshatliff.com. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp if you've got my number, which is available on there on Facebook, or subscribe to the YouTube channel and put in some comments on there as well. Thank you for joining me this evening. Take care, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of today. Good night.